Yes, good job. Yes, that was good. Almost ran ahead of me and lost focus, but looked up and waited for the food. Yes. So I'm letting the dog hold some eye contact and focus for a moment before I actually feed the dog, so that the dog's not getting that kind of instant gratification. It's like 35 degrees out right now. It's freaking cold, so this won't be super long and we'll get through this third cup of food pretty quickly. Good job. Heel. Yes, very nice. But notice every time I drop my hand to feed the dog, Mr. Frappuccino here, I'm getting to his neck level, which is really far down. So every time I do this, it's very deliberate. Spin. Good job. And then circle, be the other way. This is a slip leash. Here, the leash is flipped around his neck. I can just spin it the other way because it only tightens if you pull it this direction. The other way, you can spin it freely around the dog and then it will fix. Good job. Oh, okay, dropped a piece of food there. Just pulled him away from it. Sit. Yes. Okay. Place. All right. A couple steps away. And then come back and feed him. Nice job. I'm trying to keep my head oriented to where y'all should be able to see Frappuccino the whole time. But it's hard to know exactly at what angle the camera is at, to be honest. Yeah, okay. That should be good. Yes, good job. Okay, here. Yes, heel. Good, so as he's coming in, I've already dropped my hand down to his head level on my left-hand side. And then I'm pulling him all the way back so he can cross this distance and then forward, and my hand is flat facing him so that the dog is straight and lined up. As he gets better, we can do things like this where I'm curving the dog in, right? You see how I'm slowly using his head to turn his whole body? We can also do that purely in a left turn. If a dog will take food by hand, it's tremendously helpful, because not only does the dog want to do all of these things more, and they're more happy about it, more willing, but it's easier to shape commands like that in a very subtle way, not so there's no force involved. Place. Good job. All right, and then we walk away. There's a squirrel on the roof next door. That platform is probably pretty cold, so what we'll do now is we'll walk all the way to this other board here. Here. Place. Heel. Yes! Good job, little buddy. All right. So now, place. Good. Instantly step back towards the dog. Place. And reinforce that. So now that I've called him away from it, he kind of expects that. Place. Place. Good. All right, he's just anticipating. Place. Good job. Just feed him one kibble there. I have 3 in my hand, but I can just cut the other 2 with my thumb. Anyways, I walk all the way to this other platform because he might believe I'm going to call him to it to get on the board. But I want him to actually wait and see what happens. Wait for that command. You see he's looking around. He's thinking quite a bit. Good job. All right. Nice. Okay. This time I'll call him to us. Frappuccino, here. Place. Heel. He's so happy. So now I'll walk away. Place, 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 place. Notice how I didn't wind up using it, but I stepped on the leash pretty quickly there. Because if he was going to run into the yard, he actually couldn't. That's the benefit of just having the dog drag the leash, especially if it's a really, really long leash and you're trying to walk around your neighborhood with a drag line. You can just step on the leash and the dog can't really go anywhere. Nice. So we kind of built the premise. Place. 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 Yes. But I'm not going to feed him because he did bad. I'm going to walk back to him. I'm going to pet the dog and not feed him because he did not do well. Okay. You only feed for greatness because that's what you want to promote. Anyways, we built the premise the first time we called the dog over to this board that when we go and we stand and pause next to it, that we would call him to us, right? Because dogs are situational. That's the image he saw, and that's what he's going to expect every time. So we want to break that by we come and pause here, stand next to the board, and we come back and feed him. Good job. Which is also why you don't want to sit your dog and then call them to you every time. Honestly, it should be like a 10-to-1 ratio of returning to them and praising them for staying versus calling them to you. Heel. Because the dog will, of course, anticipate getting up. And it is much harder to maintain that stability and that patience rather than just running to you. Your dog should find recall to be significantly easier than being patient. Yes. Good job. Heel. Yes. So he stopped and sat when we did, and he looked right at us. I'm going to feed him a couple times. I'm going to walk straight backwards. Lower him into heel. I'm going to walk backwards again. Oh, okay. That was actually a complete accident, and he stayed there. I wanted him to follow us. But I will 100% take it, and I'll come and feed him a couple times for just staying there. I mean, that's great. Because again, sit. And now this is what we're doing. Because again, this is a lot more difficult. And so him volunteering to be patient and sit, I'm so happy about that. Good job. Heel. Now I remember when we first started, I dropped a piece of kibble over here, right here, and I don't want him to pick it up. I don't want the dog to eat off the floor pretty much ever. Yes. As soon as he looks at us and shows us some real attention, I feed the dog. There he's looking at us again. All right. I'll walk very slow, you see. He'll walk our pace. Come on. Nope. Okay, I need to note that and work on that. Come on. Him wanting to jump up for the food is not good. Yes. So to work on that, I would basically, either while walking or while he's stationary, I can slowly come down with the food and then feed him. Heel. So I'm slowly coming down with the food. And I, of course, don't feed him when he jumped there. And then I feed him. Right. Just trying to find every opportunity to encourage patience. We really only have a few pieces of kibble left here. I want to see if he will come to our left-hand side without the food lure. So I'm going to call him to me. And I'm still going to add some body language guidance. So I'm going to step back with my left foot. And then I'm just going to step forward. That'll have the dog swing in. Here. Come on. Heel. Heel. Sit. Good. And then he sat right there waiting. We'll do it one more time. Here. Come on. Heel. So you see, open up my left hand side, I step backward, and I step forward, and the dog turns with us, swings right into heel. So pretty well developed now at this point, that when you call this dog to you, especially if you add some guidance, which is always helpful, by stepping backwards, the dog will just swing into heel automatically. But it's freaking cold. Got no jacket on because I can't with this food bag. And we'll call it a day. That's all of his food. This is his last 2 pieces of kibble, but I'm going to save it for putting him in the kennel because he needs to like his kennel more. Thanks for watching.